Yo, what is up? Today I'm going to show you how I record acoustic guitar, mostly for country paint stuff, but how I record acoustic guitar in general for any style. We're going to do a little experiment. So we're going to do with one mic, we're going to test recording with a stereo pair, and then we're also going to test with just the phone. And we're going to see which one is best, how usable are they all. I think this will be interesting. I got a track loaded up already from my loop kit Wheelhorse, which has over 70 loops, starters, and vocals, which you can download and purchase in the description below. But anyways, there's no acoustic guitar on it, so we gotta add some acoustic guitar. Let's test all three different styles and see which one reigns supreme. Let's go. All right, the first one we're gonna do is the stereo pair. First step is going to be measuring out your two mics. It'll look something like this. So first thing you're gonna wanna do is have these lined up and in phase. They're gonna be the same distance toward the guitar, so there's no flamming or phasing. Next thing, you're gonna wanna have the placement. So the placement looks like this. So the mic on the left, which is the pencil, it's going to be getting the 12th fret. It's getting more of the clarity, more of the chime of the acoustic guitar. This 57 is going to be getting the boom, more of the percussion. It's a dynamic microphone, condenser. So you kind of get a nice blend, get weight and percussive elements with the 57 and clarity and chime on the left side. Best of both worlds. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is record a chord progression, which is 4-1-6-5. So what are some tips for recording acoustic guitar? Record it twice. You want to do 2 separate takes of the chords you're playing. It'll make it full, it'll make it wide. It's perfect that way. Let's start there. First thing we need to do now is double track it. So we're going to do the exact same thing we just did. All right, stage one is officially done, which is recording the chords of this acoustic guitar. And so I've got 2 takes, but they're stereo. So we're going to move the tracks to stereo pan instead of just the regular mono panning. So if you mono pan, you're going to lose half your signal. We're stereo panning, you're going to keep the signal, preserve the stereo-ness, and you're just going to want to push it to where you want it to go. All right, so my acoustic guitar playing, probably a little bit shoddy. It's not going to be perfectly on time. What are we going to do? We're going to edit it with flex time / manually editing it if there's any little weird glitches or bumps. So let's do that now. Okay, for the sake of this tutorial, that's pretty good. So I'm a fan of layering acoustic guitar. So the next thing we're going to do is play a nice little top melody on top of those chords throughout the track. Let's do it. All right, so we've got our top line and we've got those chords. That's kind of the gist of what I would do with acoustic guitar. So now it's time to try it again with both a single mic and then we're going to do the phone. Let's see what happens. Because we're only using one mic, we're going to have to balance it with the 12th fret and then with the body to get that punch. So we're going to kind of split the difference, 14th fret, a little bit under the neck so we don't get too much body. So let's try it out. All right, now to the phone. This one's going to be interesting. So we're going to record on the phone. I've got the click in my ear playing along to the track. So it's kind of the same vibe, just using the mic. I'm going to have the phone on the table, just kind of capturing the air, try and put it in the same, roughly the same spot as I put the single mic. And we're going to see what happens. Here we go. All right, we're going to take a listen to all 3 different mic techniques, and you let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. Important note, all the guitars are going to be processed the same way, which is with a bit of saturation, a little bit of EQ, and a tiny bit of compression. And then they're all going to be bussed into the same effects processing, which looks like this. I'm using Soothe, Oxford Inflator for a bit of size, Black Box for some saturation, a little bit of reverb for some space. I'm using an EQ, and then I'm using Shadow Hills once more to just finalize and glue it all together. So that's my bus that I'm using to dial in the acoustic guitar. Let's take a look at the samples. All right, you let me know in the comments which sound you prefer. I personally prefer the stereo pair just because it's so wide and so full, but still has the articulation with the pencil condenser, but the percussive elements of the 57. I think it's hard to beat, and it sounds pretty good in my opinion.
All right, that's it from me. Thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing and liking the video. It helps out a ton, and I will see you guys next week with another one. See ya.